Alright guys, we have a new game here! Alright, I waited on this game to put it up, to actually start this one up, because, I didn't want to start making videos right away on this one. I want to, it is statistically that most games, usually when a game comes out, most sales come in the first week. So, I wanted to wait a week or so to get this video out. So, I'm actually just starting it. I bought it the last week, of course, so how about we start this? Alright, I don't know how much this has to do with AJ Tilley's last game, which also had high school. It was High School Romance, which we actually finished up. So this one is High School Possession. I'm not exactly sure what this actually all has to do with the other one. We will be playing with just the regular Steam version, no patch added or anything, so this is mainly so I don't have to go through and try to edit out any nudity. If only YouTube was a little bit less strict on such stuff, I wouldn't have to worry about that stuff. So, how about we start this up and see what type of high school adventure we go through again. Man, another high school game. No. Tell me it's not 6 already? How late did I stay up studying last night? I hate being so tired in the morning. It's always so difficult to wake up. I do have one complaint on this, is the coloring of the words. It blends way too much into the background. It's like my eyes are super glued together, but my brain is already in overdrive. All the worries about they day. Maybe the day? Apparently there might be a little spelling mistake there. About what will happen if I fall back asleep and don't get up in time. Can't even hit the snooze button without a guilty conscience. If I could give that nagging little voice in my head a snooze button, I'd sleep for another 3 hours. Oh, I always have that in the morning. I always want to hit the snooze button. See, I don't use an actual alarm for when I wake up. I use my cell phone. But because I know probably 90% of the time I'm not going to wake up right away, I set multiple alarms. So I set one alarm, and I usually turn it off, and 90% of the time, I usually turn it off. And then, later I send, the next alarm, 30 minutes later, and then that one goes off. That's my wake-up alarm, and it's usually the one I wake up to. I don't really like to wake... I rarely wake up to the first alarm. I have to set multiple alarms, otherwise I will probably fall asleep. But I better pull myself out of the sheets. I can't afford to be late to school. Everything gets better once I'm actually up and dressed anyway, so I might as well get to that part. That is pretty much true. Once you actually get up, it's not so bad. I'm not a morning person. Getting up is the hard part. There. Teeth brushed, hair brushed, uniform on, deodorant on, homework shoved in backpack. Homework shoved in backpack. Just shove it right in there. I think that accounts for everything. And it's just like I thought. Now that I've gone through the routine, I'm not half as tired. Actually, I'm kind of looking forward to school today. Well, I guess that's kind of good. I like his laptop. One of my favorite combinations of colors is black and red. I think it looks beautiful together, those two colors. It's not that different from how I feel towards school every day, but still, it's nice to have something to look forward to. Especially when you're forced to be somewhere. Bye Mom, bye Dad, I'm off. Yeah, that kind of does suck. I mean, for the most part you are kind of forced to, go to school. You don't have tons of choice when it comes to that. So you wake up, you go there, and then you come home. Or if you have other responsibilities, you do that shit. I guess they didn't hear me. Oh well, they'll figure it out. He doesn't care for a response. Another typical day. You see the same faces on the way to school almost every morning. A few of them are couples who actually walk so close together you'd think they were attached. I want to find it ridiculous, not to mention a pain when you need to get around a couple on the sidewalk. but usually I can't help but stare and feel a little jealous. Well, whoever our main protagonist is, which we have no name yet, gets kind of jealous. I guess that kind of makes sense, you know. You see this too and you're like, oh, I kinda wish I had a girl. Seeing them today just makes me wonder if I'll see either of my idols, though. Oh, idols? You have idols? I won't get to see anyone if these two don't start walking fast. Classes always seem to last forever once you get used to them. Monotony is almost enough to make me look forward to term exams. At least it'll change things up, even for all the stress they'll cause. I don't know how much time I put into studying, but school seems to preoccupy every moment now. Only hear about our exams. As far as academics go, I'm good. But it's hard to be enthusiastic about what you endure every day. Especially for long stretches like this. When I was young, I discovered I'm the only person in the world who has the power to slow down time. What the hell is he talking about? All I have to do is stare intently at the second hand of a clock, okay? If I'm hungry and lunch is coming up, I might even be able to reverse it. I'm totally confused on what the hell he's talking about. Is he just imagining that he's his ability to control time? I'm lost. Finally. So much for making homework easier on myself tonight. I'll have to reread a lot. Okay, so you're so bored. Alright, is that what he's getting at? He was so bored. He just stared at the clock the whole time. And that, damn, he must be thinking to himself. It's the only way. I mean, you're always thinking. You're always, like, never not thinking. I just want to get to lunch. But, if I'm honest, it's not for the food. Is it for your idols? It's for your idols, isn't it? Oh, hello. That is one hell of a lot of food you got there, girl. Look at how thick that thing is. That's a lot of food there, girl. Akiko, one of my school idols. She ranks among the list of things that are perfect in this world. Usually limited to number equations and circles. Or other absolutes that can have no flaws. Her personality, her looks, and the fact that I can actually talk to her like a civilized human being and not make an idiot of myself. Well, I guess that's good for you. You're not gonna make an idiot of yourself. Well, those are all very important qualities. When I first started talking to Akiko, I thought probably looked like a dog someone had dangled a treat in front of. Tongue out, eyes big, drool generous and flowing. I'm just imagining him. And then what, does she pet you on the head? It's okay, doggy. She has the grace of a goddess. She actually put up with that obnoxious phase of our friendship. Oh, so you consider you guys friends? Does she? So you're right now. What are you, friend zoned her at the moment? But you actually like her more than that. You might want to get out of that friend zone if that is the case, because the longer you stay in there, the harder it'll probably be to get out of it. Though, maybe it wasn't as bad as it felt at the time. I was going to sit somewhere else, but since she waved me over, well, it's not like I actually wanted to sit anywhere else. It was just to be polite and less creepy. I mean, if she's your friend, if you guys are actually friends, you know, I wouldn't be creepy to sit next to her, or by her. I mean, I don't see how that's creepy. It's mind-numbing that Akiko actually wants to talk to me, that we've gotten as close as we have. I thought our friendship would make it all seem normal, but it doesn't. All it does is reveal how completely perfect she is. More than I ever knew before. Dude, there's no such thing as someone who is perfect. There's a flaw. Every person has a flaw. You just haven't discovered it yet, man. I never thought I'd be the one one of the people she generally smiles at, and not get the offhand, kind smile she usually offers people. Good afternoon, Hikaru. Hi, Akiko. So our main guy's Hikaru. How are you? Great. I'm still prepping for exams, mostly. Schoolwork has kept me so busy. I haven't had much time for anything else. You know, I like her this better than the background drawing one. I think this figure looks a lot better, in my opinion. I missed you at lunch the other day because of that. Sorry. No, it's fine. I know the feeling too. The pressure's really on now that the semester's winding down. That's true. So, you think you're ready? It's hard to believe our first exams are only a short time away. I keep trying to dig my heels in and stop everything, but it doesn't seem to be helping. Well, maybe I can be of assistance, if you have an analog clock. Or you're gonna tell him, like, just to stare at it? I don't think she gets it. You're probably gonna have to explain it to her. An analog clock? Nothing, sorry. See, she didn't get it. Because it's your own inside joke. Yep, right there. Sort of an inside joke. What I have with myself. Great. I actually said that out loud. There's nothing wrong with that. You just told her that. Just a joke you had with yourself. So. A literal inside joke, then. I hope you found it funny. It really wasn't. My inner self is kind of a tough crowd. Ah, that's too bad. You should laugh every chance you get, as long as it isn't at someone's expense. Or in a library? That's one big ass lunchroom, man. Or that, yes. The librarian here isn't forgiving. Some people learn that the hard way. But wouldn't it be better to be less critical of yourself and more free? People would be better off for that. If there were more laughter and enjoyment and less scrutiny. I totally agree. Less scrutiny. I spend enough time on the internet, people just argue about bullshit all the time. Yeah, that sounds nice. I don't know if that's something you can actually choose though. Or maybe you have to work at it. Sorry, I got a bit caught up, didn't I? We stumbled into something I had been thinking about. It probably sounded weird, coming out of nowhere like that. Oh. I get to answer some shit here. I'll just say it isn't weird. No, I don't find it weird. It sounds perfectly normal. Really? Oh. I guess everyone has to ask questions like that from time to time. Akiko could probably say anything, and I wouldn't dare question it. Yeah, it is not a good approach to take, man. None of this listen and believe shit. Just listen, and whatever she has, don't question it. That's not the best approach to take. One of those confident people who can speak with the right authority and everyone just agrees. If you say so. Have you ever thought it? About what? What makes me happy? Come on, think of something. This isn't fair when she's sitting right in front of me. She's all I can think of. It seems like awkward silence here. Haha, I guess I put you on the spot, didn't I? Sorry about that. You really don't have to answer. I never did get an answer to my question, by the way. Don't skirt it. How are you feeling about exams? With as much as I've been studying, I'm not too worried about them. Then again, ask me closer to the actual date, and I might give you a different answer. Trying to balance what we've learned on top of what we're still learning is getting trickier, yes? That's good that you've been studying a lot, too. I'm glad. Why? Not worried about me, are you? As if that would ever happen. Akiko's nice, but she's not exactly invested in my future. You've put me in a strange position, Hikaru, since I don't know how to answer without insulting you. Insult away. Insulting me? You can insult me if you want. Insult me! Please insult me! Say bad things about me! Is that what he's trying to approach here? Come on. What a smart thing to say. It's not like her answer could possibly crush my pathetic existence or anything. No, I mean, I don't want to insult you. If I say yes, it makes it seem like I think you won't pass. If I say no, you might think I mean I don't care about how well you do. Either way, you might get the wrong idea, and I don't really mean either of those things. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, you've just told him kind of what you just thought, I guess. For the most part, without having to say yes or no. You kind of just made it longer. Sorry, I really didn't think that one through when I asked it. And she didn't really answer either. But I guess that's fair. Well, I considered her kind of giving an answer there. She didn't outright give it, but the way she worded both of those things, I think she's basically saying kind of gave an answer. Kind of not. I mean, now outright gave you an answer. But I kind of would take it kind of an answer that she... I don't think I have it in me to insult you anyway. So, hopefully you'd know what I meant. I think you'll do well, but it's good to know you're putting effort into it too. I know some people are already burnt out. Okay, so I might be starting to fit into the category too. That category too. I try to fight against it, though some days are better than others. Keep trying. We've gotten too far and too close to exams to give up now, don't you think? And that's what I keep telling myself. I'll let you know when I start actually believing it. This would almost be easier if something wasn't nice. Then she might actually be concerned because she cares and not because she's polite. Knowing Akiko, though, she's just invested in everyone's well-being. You know, lunch is nearly over, don't you? Aren't you going to eat something, Hikaru? Oh, he hasn't even started. He's been sitting there talking to her, fantasizing about her, I bet. I wonder what he actually thinking in his head about her. Ah, no. I'm not hungry. And I definitely left the house without even making myself lunch this morning. I thought I got here earlier than usual. Maybe I was still a little out of it. Are you sure? Here, why don't we share my lunch? Oh, she's going to share her lunch with you, man. I always end up having to throw some away, so it works out well. If the bowl is as big as I saw in that picture, I could see why. I think that's quite a bit that you had there, girl. You don't need to do that for me. I'm fine. I insist. Here. I'm not taking no for an answer from you. I'll have to go the rest of the day feeling guilty because you went hungry. Come on, Hikaru. Don't do that to me. Well, if you're sure. Thank you. This really worked out better for me than expected. I didn't even think about it not having lunch when I got to sit down with her. And I probably wouldn't have cared either. Not until last period. But getting to share with Akiko? Well, if I was willing to press my luck, I'd show up without lunch more often. My stomach might boycott, though. I should probably get going. You have swimming next, right? Yeah, I need to head that way and get changed before class starts. Wait, should you have eaten before you go swimming? You put those things together in your schedule. Oh, that's not actually true. At least, I never talked to anyone it happened to. It's just a myth parents tell their children that they shouldn't swim after they eat. Is it really? I guess you really do learn something new every day. Alright, have fun then, and give it your best. Thank you for lunch, Akiko. I'll be sure to repay you. Don't be silly. You and I both know that's not necessary. I was glad to do it. I'll see you around, okay? She seems like a nice girl. I wonder if she has some secret feelings to him, or some sort of beyond just friends, you know, type of feelings. I'm assuming that's where this will be heading, because it's pretty much kind of like a romance type of thing, I think, story-wise. So it might head that way. I guess she's probably one of the main girls that we can, you know, get a relationship with, I'm assuming. If that's how this is heading out, but I guess we'll see. It's almost a shame I didn't take gym class rather than swimming. I might have gym with Akiko if I had done that. Oh, is that what she has? But I'm on the swim team, since both classes count as physical electives. I'm applying to a university that actually offers a swimming scholarship, so I need all the practice I can get. It's another activity that takes up a lot of my time, since we have swim meets after school several times a week. Breathing in the chlorine and watching the reflective of the water dance off the ceiling. Despite how competitive swimming is, I actually find it kind of relaxing. Of course, that's not my only motive. Oh, is this the other girl? Is this your other motive? Another girl. Since my other school idol is also on the swim team, Kasumi. A surprising turn of events. She isn't actually why I joined the swim team. Oh. Not that I wouldn't have been compelled, but this is actually how we met. Oh, so she wasn't your idol. I don't know why he calls her idol. I mean, can't just call them the girls you like or something? You have to make it sound fancy, like idol. Apparently he idolizes them or something, I guess. So, apparently he never knew about this girl until this class of swimming. I guess she could be counted as the reason I stayed, if I had even given any thought to quitting. Like Akiko, Kasumi's another version of perfection, even if they have very little in common. It's not surprising at all that she's already in the pool. She must have skipped lunch to come here early instead, which sounds typical of her. She's amazing in the water. There are fish that would be jealous of her technique and speed. I could stand here and watch her swim all day. Hey, if this was my class every day, I would skip out on part of lunch and just sit by the pool. Maybe sooner or later she'd think of me as a creep if she goes there early all the time. I wouldn't go as early as her to the swimming pool for it, but I would go there a little bit early. Not as early, and then, you know, just sit down, act like I'm just waiting, like I got nothing better to do. Then you can just, you know, watch her if she goes in the pool all the time early. And I could also get really judgmental looks from the teacher. I'll just move along now before she writes me up for something. She's gonna write you up for sexual harassment with your eyeballs. Which I don't think should be a realistic thing. Whether someone is giving you weird looks, I don't consider that sexual harassment. I don't know if someone actually does. Me, I think that's stupid. I mean, you have zero proof that, other than you think they're looking at you weird, that they're undressing you with their eyes, basically, or thinking not dirty thoughts. Did Kasumi finish that lap already? Hello, Hikari. Are you coming in, or are you sitting out today? I'm coming in. Just a second. I'll take the lane next to you. Oh, she's giving a weird look. But shouldn't you change out first? Oh, right. Oh shit. He wasn't even changed. He's like, he's probably like, I'm imagining him going up to it. He's like, you know what? I'm ready to go in. Come on. I'm going to the railing that's right next to you. And he's not in a swimming. Just sorry. I'll be right back. That was so. I mean, that's the only way I could think that approach, be weird. Other than just saying, hey, I'll just take the one next to you. He must have been, getting ready. Like, okay, I'm ready to go here. Gonna go in that? Okay. Usually I don't get flustered around her, but after watching her swim, I need to hurry up and change so I can get in the water and hide my face. Hopefully they won't notice the steam coming off it. Alright, that's enough for today, everyone. Grab a towel and dry off. You have 5 minutes to change. That was a nice session. You swam really well today. Huh. You always say that. It's always true. Oh, great. I hope it doesn't look like we're having a blushing competition. Whose face can get redder? You laughed at me at least once. I wasn't doing so great. I'm not really sure why that is. I was pretty focused and, yeah, I've been known to give Kasumi an advantage now and then. It's just nice to see her happy about a win. Aw. Well, are you sure that she's happy about that? I mean, I don't know how obvious your win is. I mean, some people just don't always like it when you just let them win. Personally, me, I don't want someone to just let me win. What's the fun in that? You're making me think that I'm better than I am. It doesn't matter if I'm happy about it. I rather know my limit and how good I actually am so I can improve. But I wasn't doing that today. Are you staying after school tomorrow? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay? Any particular reason that you asked? Oh, no. I was just wondering. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be nosy. You're not nosy. Kasumi can be so quiet sometimes. Half the time I don't know what to say to her. I can make an idiot of myself at the best of times, especially when she gives me a lot of quiet time to do so. I'm just too compelled to open my big mouth. I feel like I never know what she's really thinking about. So, did you win your race earlier before I changed out? Oh yes, I did. It was very close though. I think she's just being kind. She's finished her lap before I barely even turned around. And you beat me too. Only a few times. I started to get tired by the end. You started a lot earlier than me, so don't put yourself down about that. We can have a fair round at the swim meet tomorrow. I'm pretty tired today, too. Really? Yeah. I'm not sure what it is. I just wore down a lot quicker than usual. Oh, I see. I'm sorry I didn't notice. I hope you're okay, and that you didn't push yourself too hard. You should get some rest when you go home today. And you should go change, too. You're dripping wet. I won't keep you. Don't worry, Kasumi. I'll be fine. I'm just saying tomorrow's a brand new day. I'll give you a fair match then. Okay. I look forward to it, if you still feel up to it. Alright. I'm gonna head on in to the changing room. So, I'll see you after school tomorrow, I guess. Sure thing. See you then, Kasumi. And that concludes the majority of interests that I have in school. So your interests are the girls and swimming. I can understand swimming a little bit, Who doesn't like to watch some attractive girls swimming? I mean, you get to see them wet. can see them moving around. Swimsuit. Kasumi and Akiko are essentially the only reasons for me to get out of the bed in the morning. I'm capable of my studies because I do actually want to get into a good university, but I doubt that would keep me going for very long now on its own. And tomorrow will be even better because I get to see Kasumi after school too. What is it about sitting in a desk that can be absolutely exhausting? I'm so tired. I wasn't even that stressed out by classes. Really, I can't stop thinking about Akiko and Kasumi. Sounds like some love-struck guy who can't make up his mind between two girls. I can't help but feel like there's more to it. That maybe they feel differently toward me than they're letting on. You know, you never know, man. I mean, Kasumi didn't give off as much of a vibe, but Akiko did. I think she might have given a little bit more friendly vibe towards you. Akiko has always been friendly, but it's felt different lately. Kasumi's a little too quiet to get a read on, but I think she cares about me. She might be open to the suggestion. I can kind of get that. She didn't really give off that vibe of too much of, like, her position with you, other than her being someone you had class with, maybe conversation with, that you were on friendly terms with, you know, for the most part. But even if they were interested, I'd have to get the courage to ask one of them out. And why would either of them actually be interested in someone like me? Oh, you shouldn't think that, man. You have many years ahead of you, man. Just work up the courage, ask one of them. If they say no, it might feel a little awkward after that, especially if you're in the same class as them. Doesn't mean much has to really change. I mean, you could still be friends. Just don't expect anything further than that, I guess. I mean, it's life. There are billions of other women out there. Of course, they're all ranging from many ages, but yes, there are a lot of females out there in the world, so one saying no to you is not the end of the world. You just have to work up that courage to actually take that first step. It's really be coming down with something, if I'm even considering this. They're perfect, and I'm, well, not exactly getting any invitations to the perfect people club. There's a perfect people club? I think he's thinking of perfect too much, man. No one is perfect, dude. There's no such thing as a perfect person. It's a human. There's no one is perfect. This is just stupidity talking. They felt that way. What happens if that's how they both feel? Oh yeah, harem. I guess it would be more like, kind of like a love triangle than a harem. I guess you could. Maybe they're up to 3, right? You never know. But even asking that question could end your relationship if one isn't up to that. So maybe you shouldn't be the one to ask such a question. I wouldn't want to hurt either of them. Oh, they both seem like nice girls. That would kind of suck. I have to make my choice between them before I could even ask one of them out. Sounds just as difficult as digging up the courage to ask. They're both so different. Am I really wearing myself down with this kind of thing? You shouldn't be tired after thinking about that shit. So you've been masturbating for like ever or some shit like that? I feel like I'm going to be lucky to make it home at this point. I think if I stayed in the pool and swam the rest of the day, I wouldn't be this tired. Not to mention my head is killing me. Everything seemed to go right today, so the reason for this stupid headache is beyond me. Maybe you're dehydrated. I really hope I'm not coming down with something. You could be dehydrated, man. With exams so close, I can't afford to miss any school. Not now. The sick days I have saved up aren't going to help me in learning what I missed. Not to mention, I have homework tonight. But I don't think I could stand to look at the paper. It would make me feel worse just to try. I just want to get home. Finally, I'm just going to collapse. Mom? Mom? I feel like it says mum. Mum. Hey, Kari, are you here? I'm in my room. Do you want something to eat? No, I'm tired. I'm just gonna lay down for a while. Alright, let me know when you get hungry. I can't think about food. I can't think about anything with this headache drilling into my temple. Feels like someone's trying to saw into my skull. Who knows what they'll be looking for. Hopefully, they'll be gone in the morning. You know what, guys? So we finished today there. I think that's a perfect spot to end. Alright, we got a new visual novel running here. A pretty new one, probably one of the newer ones that I've been going through lately. Of the ones, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Maybe your first opinions on what we have so far going. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this one and others, feel free to subscribe to stay up to date on that. And in the description box, I will have a link to this game on Steam, so if you want to check that out on there, feel free, as well as a link to my other YouTube channel and a link to my blog. Feel free to check those out if you want. I want to thank you guys for watching this, and hopefully you all have a great day, and we'll see you again.